Hey book friends, what's up? How's it going? I am so excited to be bringing you my first holiday read for the year. I am hoping to get a few more in, fingers crossed. This one that we're going to talk about today is by a new to me author. I have not read her before, so it was a nice little double whammy for me to have a new to me author and then have a holiday read from that author. The book we're going to talk about is Holiday Heart On by BJ Bentley. I freaking love the title. I love the whimsy of a holiday book. I have read a few different, I've done videos obviously here on my channel, and I have to tell you that the kind of whimsical fun ones really suck me in and bring me that element of wonder and surprise, and definitely gives me the holiday excitement. And so this was exactly that. Holiday Heart On is the perfect holiday read. It's got all the little innuendos, which I loved. It's kind of a grumpy sunshine type book with the main characters. They work together. Their names are Holly and Oliver. Holly, I just adored. Holly loves Christmas. Everything about her is fun and festive, and she just was this ray of literal sunshine. And Oliver, he was just grumpy. I hadn't really, I try to be good about telling you guys the tropes. Tropes aren't that important to me, but when it comes to identifying books for you guys, I know that that could be important to you. And of course, if you look down below below the description where a bunch of my videos are listed, I put them by trope. So I know some people like to find book recommendations that way, like, oh, I feel like reading A Second Chance, or oh, I feel like reading a dark romance. In any case, the grumpy sunshine kind of just like was in our face with these two characters, and I often love that a little bit even more than enemies to lovers, because enemies to lovers can break my heart a little bit. I'm just kind of a softie, but grumpy sunshine, the banter that grumpy sunshine can bring us is like warms my heart. And that's the way Holly and Oliver were. So they work together, and their boss has put them in charge of the annual Christmas party. For Holly, it's like she could do it with her eyes closed, right? She has got everything covered. Oliver is like, hell no, I want nothing to do with this. He has kind of some bad feelings around Christmas. He had something happen to him, and he carries that over a little bit. He hasn't quite gotten over it. He's trying, but he's kind of shut himself off, focused on work. And Holly is like, I'm getting you out of your funk. She is totally attracted to him. She thinks he's really cute. He is like, that is way too much for me. Like, he's like, that's a lot. But I kind of loved that about them, right? So Holly is not going to take no for an answer. And she's like, we have to do this. And I'm going to make it fun. I just adored her. Holly has been crushing on him for a little while. The way she describes him, I could see him perfectly in her head with like his sweater vest and his glasses, kind of nerdy. And she's this adorable little spitfire. Oliver takes one look at her and he's like, I need to stay away from that. But he looks at her and he's like, okay, why does my, like stand up and take attention when she's around? And he's kind of mad about it, which is really funny. I loved their banter. Their banter was like top notch, A+, not only because it was like holiday fun, the way that BJ brought the holiday to this book, but also just the way they were. It made me want to read, and of course I already do because she's been on my list, my TBR, for a while, but it made me want to read her other books. I always love good banter in books, and so they just killed me. At one point they were emailing each other back and forth, and I was giggling because it was so funny. They're so flirty. She's like, I'm not taking no for an answer. She kind of insinuates herself because she's getting pushback from him. He's like, you can do this, you can handle it. She's like, no, 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 we're doing this together. And so she, at one point, she's like, okay, well, what are you doing tomorrow? Because we need to go and like get stuff for the party. And he's like, I'm busy. Like, I have stuff to do. I have to go play my rugby weekly rugby match. And she's like, rugby match? Okay, I'll be there. And so, of course, she goes and shows up and she brings hot chocolate and she's dressed in a cute little outfit because she wants to, like, you know, impress him. And he's out there running around playing rugby and she's like, oh my God. And then there's this whole interaction about her hot chocolate and his friends are like, who's the girl? And he's like, don't look at her. I mean, it was just priceless. So Holly's kind of taking the lead. She's like, we need to go do this, this, and this. And he's like, oh my God, he's begrudgingly going along with it. And so he goes over to her house because they're going to make Christmas cookies. And he's like, doesn't want any part of it. But she's intriguing him and he's physically attracted to her. And he's like, okay, fine. So he shows up and she's got a sweater for him. And it's a candy cane on the front, and it said, it's not going to lick itself. The innuendo that BJ throws in there in the form of their banter was amazing. But this is also what Oliver says about her. What was I doing? Was I actually enjoying myself? When Holly had initially invited me over, I almost said no, but almost doesn't count, especially as I found myself in my car and halfway to her place before I even realized what I was doing. Holly had some kind of spell over me, or more likely a Christmas curse. I wanted to tell her no. I wanted to deny her every feeling she evoked in me, but all I could do was keep telling her yes over and over again. I was pretty sure at this point, if she asked me to be the ass end of a two-person Rudolph costume with Stan from accounting, I'd agree. See what I mean? And that is this book. It's super sweet, very festive, definitely a little spicy. There's a little bit of drama. It just is the perfect holiday read, all wrapped up in this sweet story. Let me know if you have read BJ Bentley's other books. I would love to hear what I should read next of hers. Also, tell me what your favorite holiday read is in the comments below. I would love to get some good holiday book recommendations from you, as always. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. I'll see you real soon. Bye.